believe I can fly. I believe I can fly.
I see things are going terribly here.
What is up, my fellow gamers? Welcome to the channel. I am the Lethal Shinobi, and today I want to talk to you about matchmaking. If you had a look on Reddit or indeed play the game yourself, you'll see that there are some issues, but I want to say off the bat here that this feature single-handedly has me playing GodFall much more than I did before. Let's get into it. Let me start off by talking about my personal experience with GodFall's matchmaking system. On the first day, I experienced two different issues, one of which was the error that you saw at the beginning of the video. I ran into this failed to find players error many times. The second issue I faced was associated around lag. Either I would suffer from a delay or I would see characters warp around the screen. Now, I'm fully aware that the matchmaking side of things on this DLC was marketed as a beta, and Gearbox or Counterplay Games never came across and said that this was going to be the final version of matchmaking. I'm hoping to open a dialogue between the community and the developers to try and improve this matchmaking system, because really at the surface it is such a brilliant feature. I would just like to see it flourish into something that spreads across the entire game. Right now, the limitation to Ascended Tower of Trials and the new Lightbringer mode can really start to get repetitive. Now, the way that I would like it to develop is similar to Warframe. If you guys have played Warframe in the past, you'll know that you can create an open lobby in any part of the game, and any other player that is looking to do the same content as you will be match-made into your lobby. Now, we're about a week into the release of the actual DLC, and I'm coming across a whole different type of issue. One is the player base availability. I myself am playing on PC, and I'm finding consistently that every time I try to load into the Ascended Tower of Trials or the new Lightbringer mode, I'm only being match made with one other person. Now, in a lobby that allows 3 people, I'm not sure if it's a limitation on the way that the matchmaking is done, but this seems to bother me sometimes, especially when you want to try and go for those extended runs in the Ascended Tower of Trials. This leads on to another issue that I'm facing. There is no skill-based matchmaking. I've been match made with people that are way above my level and also way below my level. Sometimes we'll melt everything, and other times I feel like I'm carrying the other person through whichever game mode I'm playing. Now, the way that the new content was designed, the Lightbringer mode, was the fact that you earn the curse loot and then you would take it into the various parts of the game to actually lift those curses and then make them into more powerful loot. This has you going into the Ascended Tower of Trials and into Dreamstones. Dreamstones don't currently have any matchmaking, so you'll have to revert into the old system of going into an LFG website or finding other players through other means. I think this is one of the core failures of the matchmaking system, as any time a game breaks your immersion in order for you to do something in game, it just doesn't sit well, to a point where sometimes you think that you can't be bothered and you'll stop playing altogether. Now, circling back to the lag issue I spoke about briefly, one of the main things isn't about the actual other players, it's when you're inside a game mode and are suffering from lag, certain scenarios will happen which makes the game unplayable. For example, ailments are fantastic in the game, the overhaul to the system is incredible, but when enemies apply status effects to the ground that don't render or that you cannot see, and you suddenly see your health bar deplete, this can be really frustrating. One additional factor that I want to highlight here is the clunkiness when you've actually match made with players. If you and another player are trying to attack the same enemy, your allies are seen as solid objects, so you can't actually go through them. Now, if you're trying to wail at an enemy and your teammate is behind you, you'll find that they can't actually reach, and the same applies for you as well. If you see your ally attacking an enemy and you try to help them, it results in a feeling like you're bumping into them and that you can't quite reach the enemy to attack them. This also extends to collecting loot. One example is in the Ascended Tower of Trials. Once you've opened all the chests, if you and your ally are trying to open the same chest, it'll actually cancel the interaction. And again, if you're trying to collect the loot at the same place, some sort of clunky friction feeling happens, as if you're trying to grind up on your ally. Now, I know this isn't a matchmaking issue, as players who have been playing in a group using LFG before would have suffered the same thing, but maybe this is an area that they could also improve. Overall, I think this is a step in the right direction, and I really want to know what you guys think. Even if you type in a single word into the comment section, such as lag, please go ahead and do so. Guys, if you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. That's all I have for you for now. I wish you all a blessed day, and I will catch you in the next one.